Video opens with a shot of someone walking into a gym early morning. The lights are still dim. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. I want to talk about something that I think a lot of us have experienced, but maybe don't always talk about. That moment in the gym when you feel like a total failure. For me, it was under the harsh, unforgiving glare of those fluorescent lights, staring at myself in that massive mirror. I remember it so clearly. My hands were slick with sweat, wrapped around a barbell that felt 100 times heavier than it should have. Every muscle in my body was screaming in protest. I was trying to lift, trying to push past my limit, but my reflection was just mocking me. My form was terrible, my back was arching, and my arms were shaking like leaves in a storm. It was a perfect picture of weakness, and it was me. And then, it happened. My grip failed. The barbell came crashing down with a clang that echoed through the entire gym. It felt like every single person stopped what they were doing to look. The sound was deafening, but the silence that followed was even worse. A hot wave of shame washed over me. I just wanted the floor to swallow me whole. I felt like an imposter, like I didn't belong there. I packed my bag and left, the echo of that clang ringing in my ears all the way home. That feeling of embarrassment could have easily been the end of my fitness journey. I could have decided that the gym wasn't for me, that I was just not cut out for it. And honestly, a big part of me wanted to give up right then and there. It's so easy to let one bad moment define your entire experience, to let one failure convince you that you'll never succeed. The thought of going back, of facing that mirror again, was terrifying. But then, something shifted. As I sat with that feeling of defeat, another feeling started to bubble up underneath it. Frustration. Not just at myself for failing the lift, but at the idea of letting that one moment win. Was I really going to let a piece of metal and my own reflection dictate my worth? Was I going to let embarrassment rob me of my goals? The answer, I decided, was no, absolutely not. So the very next morning, before the sun was even up, I was back. I walked through those same gym doors, my heart pounding a little faster than usual. The air was cool, and I could see my breath fogging up the glass of that same giant mirror. It was like facing my nemesis. But this time, something was different. The shame was still there, a little ghost in the back of my mind, but it was overshadowed by a new feeling: determination. I didn't go back to the same heavy barbell. That would have been foolish. Instead, I started over. I picked up a lighter weight, something I knew I could handle. I stood in front of that mirror, and I focused. I watched every single movement, correcting my form, engaging my core, making sure every part of my body was working in harmony. It wasn't about lifting heavy anymore. It was about lifting right. Each repetition became a small victory. Each set I completed was a quiet promise to myself. With every controlled movement, I was carving discipline not just into my muscles, but into my mind, into my very bones. The mirror was no longer my enemy. It became my teacher, my accountability partner. It showed me my weaknesses, yes, but it also showed me my progress. It reflected the sweat on my brow, the strain in my muscles, and the focus in my eyes. That day was a turning point. I learned that failure isn't the end. It's not a final verdict on your abilities. It's just feedback. It's a lesson. That clang of the barbell wasn't the sound of defeat. It was a wake-up call. It was the starting pistol for a new race, a race against my own self-doubt. It forced me to be humble, to go back to the basics, and to build a stronger foundation, both physically and mentally. Slowly but surely, the echo of that failure began to fade. It was replaced by a new sound, a new rhythm, the steady beat of my own breathing, the soft thud of weights being placed down with control, the quiet hum of effort. It was the rhythm of unbreakable resolve. I learned to embrace the struggle, to find strength in the moments of weakness. Because it's in those moments, when you're pushed to your absolute limit, that you discover what you're truly made of. The journey isn't about avoiding failure. That's impossible. It's about how you respond to it. Do you let it crush you, or do you use it as a stepping stone? Do you run from the mirror, or do you face your reflection and decide to be better than the person you were yesterday? Every single day, we get to make that choice. I started seeing the gym not just as a place to build my body, but as a place to forge my character. Every workout became a practice in resilience. There were still days when the weights felt heavy, when I felt weak, when I wanted to quit. But the memory of that initial failure served as a powerful reminder of how far I'd come. It reminded me that I had faced rock bottom and chosen to climb back up. And eventually, I found myself back at that same barbell, the one that had defeated me. I loaded it with the same weight. I stood in front of that same mirror. My heart was pounding, but this time, it was with anticipation, not fear. I took a deep breath, gripped the bar, and lifted. And this time, it went up. It was a struggle. My muscles still screamed, but my form held. I completed the rep, and then another. In that moment, looking at my reflection, I didn't see weakness. I saw strength. I saw perseverance. I saw someone who had refused to be defined by their worst moment. The feeling wasn't just pride, it was a deep, quiet sense of accomplishment that was worth more than any personal record. It was the victory of resolve over regret. So, if you've ever had a moment like that, in the gym, at work, in any part of your life, where you felt the sting of failure and the heat of shame, I want you to know you're not alone. And I want you to know that that moment does not have to be your story's end. Let it be your beginning. Let it be the fuel that drives you. Go back the next day. Face the mirror. Start again, smarter and stronger. Turn the echo of defeat into the rhythm of your own unbreakable resolve. You are so much stronger than your worst moment. Believe that. Thank you so much for watching and for letting me share this part of my journey with you. If this resonated with you, I'd love it if you'd hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Let me know in the comments if you've ever had a similar experience. Let's support each other. See you in the next one.